What's going on, guys? Russell here, and I'm going to be bringing you a 1 versus 1 between none other than dignitasNaNiwa and ROOTKiWiKaKi. This is from MLG Dallas, so I know I'm a little late on casting this, but this is a Protoss versus Protoss, and we have dignitasNaNiwa in the bottom corner, well, the bottom middle-ish, and we have ROOTKiWiKaKi in the left side of the map, and both are Protoss, like I said, so it is a PvP, and both are exceptional players. We have dignitasNaNiwa, one of the top Protoss players up and coming in the world, and we have ROOTKiWiKaKi, who is a Grandmaster Protoss player. And as you can tell, we see NaNiwa scouting out directly after he puts that pylon down, which is, if you are going against Protoss, it is something you kind of want to do. You don't have to wall off your front wall because it is Protoss and the push isn't until you're pretty much ready and you know when the push is going to be. So when it is usually a PvP, one of the Protoss players are going to be going for a 4-gate, and more than likely the other will be going for a 3-gate robo. And NaNiwa microing around this probe just to see as to what's going on, and he sees the gateway going down, and we do have both gateways down at almost the exact same time. If we go to the units tab, we see that KiWiKaKi is 1 probe up over NaNiwa at the moment, so we only have NaNiwa only having 12 probe. Now he has 13 probes online, but he did only have 12 probes on the line because his other one is in his base scouting. And we see KiWiKaKi knowing exactly what's going on in NaNiwa's base, and he kind of neglected that probe a little bit, but he is now seeing that the assimilator is down, and now that the probes are going in it, and that the gateway is just now finishing. And we see the cybernetics core going down for NaNiwa, which is at before the 3-minute mark, so his cybernetics core is going to be finished before KiWiKaKi's is. But Kiwi is seeing almost everything that's going on in his base, as is NaNiwa seeing everything that's going on in KiWiKaKi's base. So what you want to be trying to do as a Protoss player, or any player when you are scouting, you want to try and keep your probe alive. And will he be able to put a pylon here? It looks like it, but is that going to be spotted? That because we need KiWiKaKi needs to be going down there to check that out and see if he did put anything there, because this probe is just chilling. And now he does have a zealot out, and so does NaNiwa. So seeing almost the exact same builds, both of them putting out a zealot right in the beginning, and both of them running their probes away now. And now we see NaNiwa producing a stalker. His stalker's a little bit later than KiWiKaKi's, as is his warp tech, but by only like 1 second, so there's really no difference there. And there we go, we see the stalker finding this pylon, and we'll be destroying it shortly. And we have 3 gateways going down for KiWiKaKi, so both players are going the 4-gate, and we have NaNiwa moving all of his forces down, so it looks like NaNiwa is going to be going for an early push once that 4-gate is finished for him. But we have KiWiKaKi's 4-gate finishing about 10 seconds earlier, so he'll be able to pump out more units much quicker, or he'll have a much bigger base of units than NaNiwa right off the beginning. And his research is just now finishing. I believe they finished at the exact same time. Yep, they finished almost the exact same time. But KiWiKaKi's gateways were a lot earlier than NaNiwa's in a crunch-based game like this. And KiWiKaKi sees that now, that his gateways were a lot earlier, and the push is going down. NaNiwa throwing down that forward pylon. He has 4 stalkers here, another stalker coming in. Beautiful force field to block those stalkers from coming up the ramp. And KiWiKaKi chrono boosting this warp gate so that the units are able to spawn a lot quicker, so that he can get out more units much faster. And KiWiKaKi morphing in a zealot to do some mineral line damage to him. And the zealot coming in here to see as to what's going on. And we have a choke point up on here where NaNiwa does not want to be. He wants to get up in here in this phase, and no, he is not going to be able to do this. He is microwaving back his units, trying to take out the zealots, and taking out the sentry, so the force fields doesn't matter to him anymore. But there's too many zealots for these stalkers to deal with. see, as you can tell, he's putting out more zealots, and there goes one stalker. Huge blow, and here comes another stalker to replace that one. And he may lose this pylon, and as you can tell, NaNiwa is microwing back these stalkers, moving an attack move so that they will turn around and attack these zealots. But KiWiKaKi just having a much greater advantage in army force than NaNiwa, and NaNiwa needs to pull back this push, or else he will lose this game if he does not pull back this push. And NaNiwa, is he going to lose a stalker? He loses one stalker, but he's taking out both these zealots. Very nice micro from NaNiwa, but KiWiKaKi is going to destroy this forward pylon. But NaNiwa still has this pylon here, but wisely NaNiwa backing up because the forces here for KiWiKaKi are much greater than what NaNiwa has. And if we go to the units tab, we have KiWiKaKi having a little bit of an advantage economically. And now both players throwing down their assimilator. Again, KiWiKaKi's is a little bit ahead of NaNiwa's. And NaNiwa grabbing this tower to check out as to what's going on, and KiWiKaKi's probe is gonna die. And there goes. Sad probe. Probe is sad. And now we just see NaNiwa getting just now getting a sentry, because he knows this push is coming. He knows this retaliation attack is coming from KiWiKaKi, and he sees how big his army is with the watchtower. So he is pumping out a few sentries, and with these sentries he needs to destroying the tower of arcs. That's nice. With these sentries he needs to block off his ramp so that he can build up a bigger force to fend off KiWiKaKi. KiWiKaKi now moving in. Will he run up the ramp? He's going to run up the ramp with the zealot to get... Nope. Not going to run up the ramp with the zealot to get a high ground vision. And oh, KiWiKaKi getting blink. This is going to be very effective if he is able to get that high ground vision. He'll just use his stalkers to jump up right in here, and NaNiwa won't really have a chance to stand against that, as long as, unless these sentries are able to hold off the line right here. Just keep putting that force field down so KiWiKaKi can get more forces. And KiWiKaKi does have a robotics facility down, and he is going for robotics, but he's trying to get out of Colossus so that he can reach much farther than what these units are and do splash damage. But will he be pumping out an Immortal? But Blink is just about to finish, so yes, he is pumping out an Immortal, and he is chrono boosting that out. But with Blink almost finishing, I don't think he'll be able to hold this attack off, especially against 10 Stalkers versus 5 and 3 Zealots and 3 Sentries. Make that 13 Stalkers. And here comes the push from NaNiwa. Sorry, from KiWiKaKi. And are we going to see Blink utilized up here? And he does have high ground, and he just gave away that he does have Blink by blinking back those Stalkers. Great Blink micro from KiWiKaKi here, and throwing down 2 force fields to deter that initial push. NaNiwa finally having that Immortal. This may or may not change the game, but with this many Stalkers, I don't think he'll be able to hold it off. This is a full page of Stalkers. I don't think he has enough units to hold this up. And KiWiKaKi blinking up in the front here, focusing down that Immortal, focusing down all these Stalkers, and Dignitas has nothing to do against this. He's trying desperately to focus his units in here, but no, he is losing every single unit, and KiWiKaKi using a brilliant Blink micro to blink away from these Stalkers and blink away from these Zealots and just take them out. And these Zealots going down, almost one hitting from all of these Stalkers. And KiWiKaKi's Stalker Zealots almost coming in, and NaNiwa taking off all of his probes off the line to try and get us around on these. But NaNiwa throwing in the GG. We're seeing some great Blink play by KiWiKaKi, and NaNiwa trying to pump out an Immortal, but the Immortal was just way too late in the game, and KiWiKaKi just had way too many units for NaNiwa to deal with. He had, at the end here, 15 Stalkers at the end, and he still had almost all of his Zealots alive. All 6 of them. And he had this here, and let's see if he still was able to warp in more units. No, he was almost able to warp in another 4 units, and he would have been able to easily warp in 4 Zealots at that time. So NaNiwa not standing a chance against KiWiKaKi. So KiWiKaKi taking this game by, I'm going to say, by quite a victory with how many Stalkers he did have at that that 6-minute mark when NaNiwa went to push out. If NaNiwa would have had a few more forces, or maybe 1 or 2 more zealots, it might have been a different story, because KiWiKaKi was just able to hold this so effectively and take out this pylon here. So seeing amazing play by both players, and just unbelievable blink micro by KiWiKaKi in the end there, pulling his stalkers away at half health, almost dead. So, yeah, some great play by both players, and this was from MLG Dallas, so if you did watch the MLG Dallas, you already did see this, but you might have saw it from a different perspective, so I'm just giving you guys a little bit different perspective. So, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and don't forget to comment and thumbs up. And like I said, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, it'll help me out, and I will see you guys later.